Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to another evening of Messages of Love from Above. I am your Buddha Zen, and I call myself a wake up artist. And my passion is helping us all remember who we really are and of this amazing connection we have with Spirit and the Creator and all of that heavenly higher realms. So, thank you all for joining me and being here. I'm excited to see what messages come through tonight. And before we start, I like to start off sending love out to the world, that unconditional love from the higher realms. So, if you'd like to join me, I would love you to do that, whether you're watching this on playback or live. The love energy knows no time or space. So we can all join together in sending love out. Because when one person sends out love, it impacts the world energy in such a huge way. When a bunch of people do it, even more so, but when they do it together, it multiplies it, not just adds. So if you would join me, I would love that. No pressure, of course, ever. So I'm going to start just by taking a deep breath and coming back to this moment. And then just having that love just fall down into our hearts and fill us up and flow out to the world. And if you are in need of love tonight, for your mind, for your heart, for your body, for your spirit, we're sending it to you as well. Hmm. Thank you so very much. Very powerful. So, you guys have some amazing energy. I love it. I love it. I love it. So, thank you again for joining. Just a couple quick, I guess, announcements. Thanks to all of you, I did reach my goal of 1,000 subscribers on YouTube already. Had a goal by the end of the year, and you guys rocked it. And um, 2 months early. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And because of that, I actually had a goal of once I reached that 1,000 or more, I would be giving away 10 free 1 hour personal recorded readings. And so I did post a video on Sunday. Let me post it here. So if you haven't looked at the video to see how you can enter the drawing to possibly be one of the 1 out of the 10, then please check that out because I love doing personal readings, obviously. Also, I put out a weekly 30-minute contest, not a contest, it's a drawing. And that is about, let me just post that here. This is the weekly energy updates. And each Saturday, I just put out weekly energy updates for each of the zodiac signs. There's 12 videos. And if you watch a video and then comment on there, whatever you comment, whether it's a dot or emoticon or whatever, then I do enter you into a weekly drawing for one free 30-minute personal recorded reading. So I love being able to offer those. So I want to make sure everyone's aware of those. Also, the December readings for the month of December will be coming out this Friday, but you still have a chance to look at November's, and that's the playlist for all of November's readings by each individual zodiac sign. So that is what we have for you right now. And wonderful list to get started here on pulling readings. Let me just get that set up and hope everyone had an amazing day or an amazing evening wherever you're at in the world. And let me just do this. Trying to do two things at once is becoming less and less easy as I get older. So, okay, here we go. All right. So, thank you guys already for all the the video. It just helps spread the Zen love to the world. So thank you for being a part of that wave of love. All right. So divine light, you are up, and then sparks, you'll be up after that. So divine light, you want to know, what do the angels say about your employment overseas? How exciting. Let's take a look and see what they have to say. So, divine light, what would you like them to know about employment overseas? Okay. Anything else? Okay. I like it. So you do have, let me see here. I was going to try some different lighting tonight. Let's see if this will work. So you can actually see the cards. Wow. Okay, maybe not. Okay, there we go. So you have the temperance card coming in here, which is all about the balancing between the higher worlds and the lower worlds, and just balance in general. You can see there's the cycle that goes like an infinity symbol around all of these. And so I like that balance. It's kind of like the Two of Pentacles balancing in the outside world and allowing things to unfold in their time, right? So it's like, okay, patient, things will unfold in their own timing. You do have the Queen of Swords here too, which the Queen of Swords is about balancing the heart and mind, and also letting out your little heart down here, that you have it caged. And this is about balancing, letting your heart in to the decisions you make to go overseas as well. So I feel like there is this change of course that's coming here for you, because you have both the Devil card, which is about understanding the strings that you feel are controlling you, your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes, your expectations around life. And it is this kind of shaking up and rattling of your thoughts around what should be and supposed to be, need to be, and have to be. And I feel like this is a time where it's really being shaken up for you. So as this thing unfolds, as this progression unfolds, um, like I said, you do have this change where you have the Three of Wands here, which is about, you reach the shores, you reach somewhere where you're wanting to go, but then you have a change of mind, you have a change of a direction where you're investing your energy. So I feel like you're in the kind of in a little bit of a, it's not really confusion, right? It's just like there's so many possibilities, and there's just so many different beliefs that are being checked in your life right now, um, that I feel like this process is going to end up taking you, when the dust settles, it's going to take you in another direction. Yeah, because here you got the King of Swords too. So a lot of stuff going on in your minds. The King of Swords not only rules over the air and swords, but he gets a double portion of air, because all the kings do. So you got the Queen, the King, and the Devil card, which has a lot to do with figuring out your thoughts, your beliefs that are binding you and making you feel certain things have to happen in certain amount of time in certain places. I do still feel like you're going overseas. I just think you're going to be changing the destination of overseas where it is. And so I do see that coming for you. But again, with all this change and all these thoughts and things that are unfolding, it's taking you in a different direction. Still overseas. It's just like kind of next to it, or somewhere else in the country that you're thinking of going. Or I just feel like it's going to be altered a little bit. So I like it for you. Just, it's all about balance, letting go, continue to allow the inner thought work and all these things to unfold, and to do those things, because it is going to help you with all of that. So that's what they have. Let me take a look here. I don't know if that is too bright. Let me see if I have another setting here. That looks a little weird, right? Okay. We'll leave it on this one. All right. So, Sparks, you are up. So many blessings to you, Divine Light. That's what they have for you right now. All right, Sparks. Advice on your relationship, and then Sio Shanta. Hello, hello. You will be up after that. Right. Wow, these cards are full of energy, but you're not getting half of the deck there. I can feel Spirit's energy starting to go because the chills have left. All right. So let's take a look here. What do they have for you advice on your relationship, Sparks? What would they like you to know? All right. So you do have some, um, the King of Swords showing himself up again here. So a lot of thoughts, a lot of beliefs, a lot of mindsets that are coming in here. Thinking about the supposed to and the should and the need to and the have to and the must around a relationship, and it's really a lot in the mind. I mean, you've got all these individuals all around you too, all these feathered thoughts and beliefs that are kind of hanging around, and you're figuring it out, and you're really looking at things. One of the things that it's involving is about leaving behind old emotions that no longer serve you, right? So as you realize some of your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets may not have been fair of having on yourself and someone else, you're also realizing some of the emotions that you had around it that were not totally required, and you're leaving them behind. You're setting them on fire in this bowl, and then you're walking away towards the sun in the background here. So you are having this big thinking party around relationship and about just what doesn't matter anymore, what can you release and let go that's not serving you. You experienced them, you came here to experience all the emotions, but you're done with them, you're ready to move, because here's a change in commitment with the Hierophant card here. So you have this um, moving up in a commitment, looking at things from a different perspective around a commitment, and 5 is the number of change. So, I mean, in your heart what you're doing here. It feels to me, though, very much um, a purging of things out of your heart and your mind, to have like a reboot, to go to a different level, because they're showing me a hot air balloon in my head with a bunch of those sandbags that are hanging over the sides, right? And those things are keeping you down from going to a higher perspective, higher in a relationship, higher in a commitment. And so you're dumping the bags, the things that were holding you back, the fears, the belief systems, the thoughts, the restrictions, those things, you're letting them go because they're not fitting for you anymore. They're not doing the task. They're not doing, the things that are helping move you along. They're holding you back. So to clear the mountains that are coming up, you have to cut some of them off and go in a different direction. So that's what they have for you right now, Spark. So hopefully that resonated, but that's their message. So many blessings to you. All right, Sio Shanta, you are up next, and then Kritika, you'll be up after that. So you want to know, why did PJ ask if you had feelings for her? Let's find out what's going on with this, PJ. Interesting. So there is the Knight of Swords here. The Knight of Swords is about this um, pursuit of truth, pursuit of communication, knowledge. And so I feel like she is, like really zeroing in, trying to understand you, trying to understand what it is that you're wanting. She has these insecurities. I really feel like this is how that she feels about herself. And the Five of Pentacles is this change of worth and how she relates herself to the outside world. She has the key over here, but right now she has this belief just of her worth that she's been abandoned before and left out in the cold and feeling like people let her down in the outside world. They just left her behind, and she feels like she's locked out of this door, but the key's right there, and she's just not ready yet, or hasn't been ready yet to do that. And so I feel like there's this mixed thing. She's trying to figure out where he like lies with you and in relationship in how you feel about her, and she's not willing to kind of be vulnerable too much yet. And so it's like asking you how you feel about them. And then if you say, I really, really like you, then they're like, oh, I like you too. But if like, well, we're just friends, okay, good, because that's how I feel about you too. They're like, they don't want to um, be hurt again or abandoned or let down. So I feel like they are fishing to see how you feel about them and to bring that in, because there is the death and the rebirth. And I feel like she is going through kind of this life transformation, this change in life, and so I feel like there is this. Um, I almost feel like it's reaching this point of uh, she's reaching like the end of the diving board where she has to dive, where she has to back off and get off the diving board. She's reaching the precipice of having to make a decision, having to make this change about how she feels about herself, because it's not going to be beneficial for her to be in that position anymore. It's like she has to wake up. And I'm glad that she's come across your path, because you won't let her get away with anything, which is good. You will call her out on her duty that she's, feeling about herself and whatever. You're not gonna let her sit around and feel sorry for herself. That's not what you are. You don't allow people to try to manipulate you. One, people will try to manipulate us by feeling sorry for ourselves and trying to make other people think that you're responsible for my happiness. If I'm sad, you need to try harder. And then, of course, when that doesn't work, people get angry and abusive and try to, bully you into doing what they want. And then if that doesn't work, then they try the rejection, cold shoulder, that's where she's felt abandonment. So she's been manipulated, but she's learned how to manipulate too. And I know you will not stand for it. And that's great. Reminds me of my second, wait, third relationship. I had to think, I had to go back. They would not let me, because I was taught to manipulate in those ways, and they called me out on it. They're like, I'm not gonna stand for it. They'd be like, you're gonna cry me a handful, you're gonna ride that lip to town. Really called me out. And I feel like that's the kind of, you know, strength that you have, which will help them, because you're not going to let them do that. So I'm glad that they're there, but that's why they were asking your feelings for them, because they don't want to be forthcoming, um, and be rejected. So they're waiting for whatever your answer to be whatever their answer is, and it's about their um, self-esteem, right, and their self-worth. So that's what they have for you right now, Shanta. So many blessings to you. All right. So Kritika, you are up next, and then Jazz, you'll be up after that. So Kritika, who is coming into your life next month? General love reading. Let's take a look here. So in December, let's take a look. We'll just say from now until the end of the year. What we got here? Well, you have the Four of Pentacles here, which the Four of Pentacles is about feeling whole and complete in the outside world. So some stability coming in the outside world, but it does come in with the I feel like you're having this kind of epiphany of sorts over the year. So I don't see a relationship like super close over these next month and a half. Yeah, because the fourth is about you seeing that when you're having your worth based on the outside world, which is relationships and situations and things that you feel unstable because people change and they pass away. And I feel like you're doing this reflective type of um, thinking process about what you've been through. And I feel like you'll have a couple near misses where people will like flirt in a way, but then it kind of poops out because you have the 5 of swords here, which the 5 of swords is this, you're working through these thoughts and these beliefs in your head, and it's about conflict and differing expectations, and it's not letting you escape them. Normally thoughts are flying around above your head, but see how this one's like right in your ear and it is not letting you get away from doing it. It's almost like you're like, "Oh, I'm just tired of thinking about this stuff." But there is this like opportunities I feel that come up where it starts off where they're flirting and then it turns into expectations um being, being disappointed on both sides about, "Oh, okay, it's not who you thought each other were," type of thing, and you're just like, "I'm tired of feeling this way." And it's because it's the instability is being brought to your face on purpose for a purpose for you to clear that out. Because you have the 7 of wands here, which does show you moving into this place of being kind of okay with being yourself and being alone, and just not worrying about a lot of the hoopla that goes on with the dating and the getting to know individuals. You're just like, "You know what? I'm gonna just kind of be me and see what happens." And there's some people that don't like it. They poke, you know, at your little bubble, but you're like okay with it. And I feel like that's where these conflicts and stuff come up. You're just like before, I feel like you would really take in it as like a huge disappointment and a definition of who you are, but I feel like you're working through those where, you have this Queen of Pentacles as your final card, which is all about mother nature, mother nurture. So I feel like you're really taking care of yourself right now and putting yourself first and what you want, not falling into a lot of the expectations of what everyone else wants you to be. And it's good because this is new birth that does come, but I don't feel like it's what there's only like 6 weeks left in this year. Can you believe it? 6 weeks till 2023 or seven, depending on everything goes, but so close. So I feel over the next 6 weeks, it's more near misses. And you're in your little bubble and you're okay. You're just kind of like thinking and interactions, which brings you into this new birth kind of energy for the beginning of the year. So I feel like um, right now, um, there's not a big thing coming in here for you. It's more thinking about your how you feel about things and how you feel about yourself, taking care of you and put in your needs first as well. So that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you, Kritika. You hang in there. And Jazz, you are up. And then 24, Anjali, you were up after that. So Jazz, you want to know JM's current energy towards you. Okay, let's take a look here and see what they've got. Take a quick drink here. All right. So it's JM's current energy towards Jazz, please. Well, it is kind of all over the place because in one hand, or on try to have one hand, there's the 10 of Pentacles. And the 10 of Pentacles is about abundance, feeling like you have this wholeness, and I feel like this is what they have in their their energy is like, wow, there's this possibility of family, and look, generations, and fullness and wholeness in the outside world, because that's what the pentacles is. But then there's also the fear of disappointment and the fear of heartbreak, and that they're going to be let down, and that they're going to be heartbroken, and like they have in the past, and there's just all this energy coming in. And then there's the Knight of Wands, which is about fast moving energy. It's like they have a lot of passion, they have a lot of energy coming in for the relationship, um, or their energy towards you. So that's like I feel it's like they're like, wow, that could be everything, but but I like about passion, passion, but da, 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 da. I just feel like it's like boop, 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 and it's just bouncing all over the place. So big hopes, but fears are, I feel, are winning at this point. But it's like between the physical passion, the fire that they're having burning inside, and the future, and the security, and relationship, and then the fears, it's like they're all neck and neck. And it's like the fears are ahead by a nose, is like I feel like there's this horse race that's going on between the three. And I don't know which one's going to win, but that's what's going on with their energy. It's just like all over the place. But it's like in three, there's like these three horses that are running, and the fear is what is the biggest one, I feel, is the most of their energy. But it's a close one third, one third, one third, just by a nose. I feel, with that. So we'll see who wins on this race. But um, okay, they gave you the world card here, which is ending of major cycles and new beginnings. So they're basically saying, because I was going to say, I don't know who's going to win, and that doesn't tell me. It's just that the decision's going to be made soon, very soon on that, because the world card is the ending and the new beginning. And so they are ready to um, let one of them win, and we'll see which one wins. Because if fear wins, then that means they back away, right? If passion wins, that means they make the moves on you. And if the pentacles wins, that means they move toward um, more of a commitment type of energy. So we'll see which one which one wins, but it's going to be happening soon. So we shall see. So that's what they have for you, Jazz. So many blessings for you. All right. And Anjali. So angel message for you. And hey, Rishi, you will be up next, dude. All right. So, angel message here. I feel like I'm being drawn to the spirit animal oracle for you. So, let's take a look here. And you got card number 44, the Panther Spirit. Look at that beautiful card. And that says, reclaim your power. All right. Come on. There it goes. It says it takes courage to face challenges. And right now, Panther Spirit is here to say that you are braver than you think. Now is the time to take a risk and step into a different aspect of your being. Speak as you have never spoken before. Act as you have always dreamed you might have the courage to act. Love fearlessly and fully, and expect to feel the adrenaline rush as you are initiated into a new, braver, bolder self. Wow. Panther Spirit says the time for dreaming about what you want to do is giving way to that first courageous act toward reclaiming your Panther Spirit and power. Your new identity may feel strange at first, but you have what it takes and your soul wants this. Be bold. And these come with a protection message as well, which I do want to read. This says, are you feeling shaky because you have made a bold move and have not yet seen confirmation that everything is going to work out? Or is fear holding you back? Are you afraid to act until all risk of failure has been removed? The moment when there is no risk whatsoever will never come. So follow the urging of your panther spirit within and look your fear in the eye. Have you ever heard the famous line, the only thing we have to fear is fear itself? Well, stare down your fear, and it will retreat and make way for your courage to fill you head to toe. Perhaps you are afraid you can't trust the power that is rising in you, and you fear the qualities you will find within when you look deeply at why you resist the challenge before you. Every part of you, no matter how dark it may seem, has a light quality. So own the light and make peace with your shadow. So be brave and trust yourself. Reclaiming your power, stepping in. What they say that having courage doesn't mean you're without fear. It means you have fear and you do something anyway. So I feel like it's time for you to just step forward and do those things that you're wanting to do that you're afraid of. And I like that too. If you're waiting for the time of when there is no risk, it's never going to come. So let's go. So that's what they have for you, Anjali. Many blessings to you. And you're surrounded by your angels. So you are protected. So, head off, and head off you go. All right. So many blessings. All right, Rishi, you are up. And KDP, you are up next. All right. Yeah. Gail is my host, and she's still in the hospital, but they might release her tomorrow. So we're hoping that it'll be tomorrow. If not, it'll be most likely definitely Friday, but there's a chance for tomorrow. So thanks for asking, sending, and thank you all for all the of you that have been mentioning her and sending her love. She definitely feels it. So thank you. All right. So a general reading. Let's take a look here. I kind of want to go over here. I don't know why I say kinda. I mean, obviously, I'm going there. The Path of the Soul Destiny cards. And these are the fractal imaging, which I call the spiritual inkblot test. It's one of 3 of her decks that I have. They're all gorgeous. And so whatever you see when the card comes out is a special message for you or any of you that are looking at the card. And then I'll read to find out her intuitive message she received from spirit from it as well. Okay, that's the one. It is card number 20, and so here you go. So whatever you see in that is a special message, and then I will read from the book. Companion's love. This card speaks of passion, creation, and union between lovers. Allowing yourself to be truly seen and vulnerable is an important step in learning to trust. There are many levels of love which can be experienced, but this speaks of the deepest, most intimate of all unions. Through this deep connection, energy is in full flow. Love is source energy, capital S source energy. And whether we experience this source alone through meditation or through our connection with another, it is still source. Enjoy it, play in it, and allow yourself to fully embrace all it has to offer. So, that companion's love is the unconditional love of above, right? It's the spiritual love of the heavens, and we can experience that here with another individual, with spirit, with ourselves in meditation. And so the general message is connect to that unconditional love. You are worthy of it. You have it all around you. And so that is, the answer to every question is love. And that is what they have for you right now. So I really like that for you, Rishi. So many blessings to you. That's what they have, short and sweet today. So that's it. So many blessings. All right, KDP, you are up. And then VD, you will be up after that. So KDP, oh, so fell in the trap again. Hey, 7 times is nothing. Trust me. You would think you would learn, let go what doesn't serve you. Your question: will Jordan regret giving up on us in the future? Oh. Let's take a look here and see. All right. it what it looks like here is, so the emperor, which is the card number 4, is about a solid outside world, and 9 of cups is wish fulfillment. And I feel like that he doesn't seem like, with this energy, someone who regrets. It's like life happens, it is what it is. It feels like he just goes with the flow and pursues his dreams wherever they may fall. I want to pursue my dreams. I want to do this. And I feel like he doesn't regret. He just uses everything as a stepping stone, as, an experience of life to fulfill all that. So it's not that he doesn't care and that he doesn't love you and care for you, but it's like he moves forward in his life. He moves forward, forward, forward. He doesn't look backward, is what I feel here. What Spirit is asking you, though, Katie, is to look and rephrase this question. And they've been doing it the last couple of days. I forgot I was going to look at the energy, because whatever the planets are looking like, maybe this is this inquisitive mirror time for us, even though there's a ton of planets in retrograde still. It's like, so they're asking you, um, will you regret giving up on you in the future? And I feel like that is a deep question that they're wanting you to look at, is how have you felt maybe that you gave up on yourself in this situation? And and will you regret that in the future? And I feel like that's the mirror that they want to look back at, and just really go, huh, do I regret sacrificing my heart, for someone else, for going, like you said, going back again and again? It's like, do you feel like you're cheating on yourself with someone else? Because well, our true love that we find is within ourselves, but we cheat on ourselves by trying to fulfill it with someone on the outside world. And so we kind of give up on our own self to try to get it from somewhere, either relationship or situations or things, right? And so I feel like that's the question that they're just saying: consider this and focus your energy within here, rather than on Jordan. Look in here and go ask yourself that question, because I think that'll be a big wow kind of moment for you. So that's what they have for you, Katie. So hang in there. And if you go for round number 8, enjoy it. It's not, no judgment, right? It's a bad experience. And isn't it better to try and know than not try and not know? So I don't beat yourself up at all. So hang in there. Sending you lots of light and love and many blessings. All right, that's what they have for you. So VD, you are up next, and then Sana Samreen, you'll be up after that. So, what fears do you need to work through to grow? What all needs to be released to let new things come in? Very, very deep question. I love those, VD. Let's take a look here and see what else, what Spirit would like you to know. So, what fears do you need to work through? Okay. And then what all needs to be released? Okay. So, that they're bringing all these in together here. Well, obviously, you have the Eight of Swords here, so you are doing this mirror reflection. So kudos to you that you are looking at your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets and your attitudes and your expectations that are the fear of losing conditional love. And you want to release. You don't want to feel blinded and bound and trapped and attacked by these birds, right? So I love that you have this energy and that's what you're wanting to do and that's what you're wanting to look at because you have the Five of Wands here, which the Five of Wands is the transformation of energy. You know, Wands is your drive, your ambition, your passion, your inspiration. And this is the journey of trying to reach the light, right? Usually this energy starts off as something competitive and combative and conflict, but then it switches into something that is of love and helping each other move forward. So I feel like one of the things that they're talking about around fears is the fear of conflict, and but conflict is going to be um, your kind of indicator, the little like light that lights up to tell you which of these are the things that you can look at, because in your daily life, anytime there's a trigger that goes off, if there's an emotion that's not of unconditional love, it's going to be of the fear of losing conditional love, which will be one of these. And so use the conflict to identify which ones to be released, that you can look at it and go, okay, why is this bothering me? Let me go dig down and find out what this is. What is the fear? So, if you um, are walking through like the grocery store and someone looks at you and you're like, why do they look at me funny? Trigger, and you can go, oh, why do I feel like people are judging me? How am I judging myself? Where am I, where's that fear? What's going on in there? Um, so you can look at those types of things and, why did that person argue with me? Why did I argue back? Why did I enter into an argument? These are the things that at the root of all those emotions, if it's not of unconditional love, then it's an emotion of fear related to those conditions of the fear of losing conditional love, and so that's where you'll see the fears that you could work through, because of the ones that bring themselves up in to you are the ones that are ready to be released, and your awareness around them is a huge piece. And you do also have the Two of Wands here, which is another fiery energy, and it shows that you also are learning that whatever you focus on is what grows. So when you look into your life and you focus on um, what's missing in your life or what's in your life that you don't want to be there. So even like if we over focus on our fears, we can actually expand our fears instead. Um, but if you spend most of your energy focusing on gratitude for what is in your life and focus on what you want to come into your life, then your energy expands that. And I find that when we spend most of our energy on that, that the other things shrink and become not a huge thing in our life. But there are those that kind of keep going, hey, the triggers that still come up, even though when you're in the gratitude energy and focusing on love and growing all that, you'll still have things going, hey, hey, like one of those birds that's on the shoulder and they're going poking at our head, going, getting our attention. Well, that's because our shadow's bringing that up and they do want us to look into that. And then we do, and then it's released, and then we send more energy over there until the next bird comes and pecks at our head. So I love this process, and I'm sure you already have identified while I've been talking, like 3 things. Oh, yeah. So that and that and that. That just happened today, And it's like, okay, or this week. It's like, okay, this interaction with the grocery clerk or this person with the taxi driver and or this person, our neighbor, there was this that went up and, up inside you, then those are the ones that you can look at, but focus more energy as much as you can on gratitude and what you do want in your life. So That's what they have for you right now, VD. So many blessings for you. All right, Sana Samreen, you are up, and then Shay B, you'll be up after that. So, Sana Samreen, okay. So, when and where you'll meet your soulmate. We'll take a look here. Spirit gets really funny around when they're all exactly at divine timing. Like, why spoil it? And they're like, well, the human likes to know. So we'll see what are willing to tell us. I always ask because sometimes they do tell us because it's on purpose for a purpose, right? So let's look at when first. Okay. Okay. And then where. So when they are giving you the strength card here, and this is about divine timing. And in the meantime, while you're waiting, connect to your higher self and really, because it's going to show you so much of what you're looking for in your life. Because the story of the strength card is the human side is the lion side, which looks on the outside world into its relationships and situations and things to try to fill itself up to where it's not hungry and thirsty anymore, and it finds that even though it's eating of all those things, it still feels empty, and it ends up becoming hungry, angry, and roaring. And our higher self, of course, is always aware of us, our human self, and so it just floods us with unconditional love energy, because it's what we are truly searching for. And so there is this, cycle. It has the infinity symbol, which is like it feels like it's taking forever to unfold. But when they're like, it's divine timing. But when there's ever a pause and we're waiting for a relationship to come to us, the pause is telling us the pause is happening for us, that we can have our energy match that of the individual that's going to be drawn into our lives. And we have to magnetize ourselves to that same energy to be drawn together. And so they have you work on your self-love in your heart and expand it, because you can only give love to the extent that you love yourself, and only receive love to the extent you love yourself. And so if your self-love is smaller, then it's only going to be trickling. But if you can expand it, then there's more of this love. And then we're magnetized, like I said, to draw in those energies. And so that's what they're wanting you to do right now. As far as the when, they're like, it's paused. It's going like when you watch a movie and if you ever put it on screen by screen, it's like it's going very slow. But the faster and the more you work on your insights and your self-love, the movie starts to speed up and it comes to you faster, because the electronic heart magnet is becoming stronger and it's drawing you guys together. So that's what they have for there. Now the where, let me see what we have here. We have the 8 of Pentacles, which the 8 of Pentacles is about moving up in the outside world. So this can be studying. If I don't know if you're schooling or any type of learning type of situation, because you have the Page of Pentacles, which means there's an opportunity that opens up around these. Um, and it can be learning anything. I mean, I almost think if it's meditation or any kind of thing like that, um, that there's some sort of, it's almost like go focus on what you want to do and what your work is, and that's where you'll meet them. And doing the things that you love and that you like to do, you'll meet them in that capacity. Because the 7 of Wands is about kind of sitting in your place, and you're recognized and you're seen. These people down here feel the lower, so I feel like vaulted somewhere when this happens. So whether you're like if you teach something, or you're being recognized and you're up in front of something along those lines that it has to do with doing things you love in your work, the not job, work, career stuff, but just the stuff that you enjoy doing in life, the things you're doing to help develop you and take you to this higher place. I feel like that's where they see you. And there's this Five of Pentacles here, which is about you also transforming um, these feelings of abandonment and left behind and left out in the cold, and realizing that you have the key to go through this door around your self-worth and around how you relate your worth to the outside world, that you have this key and it does transform to, again, it kind of comes back to the lion here about it's not humankind that's going to bring you what you need. It's going to come from a source, and source will bring you what you need, and that people are just the delivery company that brings it to you. And so I feel like there's this feeling of lack in your life that uh, can be transformed. And that's another reason why your kind of love is on pause, for you to really look at that too and to free yourself from this feeling like you are missing so much in your life. And so there's these little things that they're having you work on before you meet, and that's why the when is kind of slowed down, but the where, they give you kind of an idea of where that will unfold, in doing something you love, something that you're using to develop yourself, and that you will be up in front of people, or at least recognized of standing out in whatever you're doing. And that's when they see you. That's when you're spotted. So that's what they have for you, Sana Samreen. So many blessings to you. All right, Shay, you are up. And then Mysterious Lover, you were up after that. So Shay, you said David's current feelings towards you. Will he communicate or meet up with you soon? All right, let's take a look here. So what's going on with David's current feelings? Okay. Okay. And then will he communicate or meet up with you soon? All right. Well, it does appear that he's kind of here in this decision point here. At the Two of Swords is like being at the fork in a road. And so he's going back and forth between his mind and his emotions. And so he's really, like I said, going back and forth, which has both both the Empress, which is new birth, taking things, like I want to say re-upping, but it's like this harvest that comes. And the Three of Wands is about altering the direction that they were going to be before. And so I kind of feel like they are looking at, as far as their emotions, is, do they, again, it's like they either want to make this fresh start and do this and communicate with you, or they are also contemplating just going a completely different way. And so they are in this, pivotal place. And when I asked, will he communicate and meet up soon, we do have the Page of Cups, which is about um, new love, higher love. So I kind of feel like this is that you will, but he's still in this decision point. He's not sure of what he wants. His mind is telling him to do one thing, and his heart is telling him to do another. And but I feel with that Page of Cups, his heart wins out, and then he does communicate with you. As far as soon, can you tell me any timing at all? Yeah. So yeah, the Three of Swords. Disappointing. So not like super soon, not as soon as you want it to be, but it will eventually happen. I feel like they're just um, super caught up in their mind and what they're wanting to do, it just feels like they don't have a whole lot of time to think, and then uh, they go back and forth between their heart and the head when they're thinking about it, and then they get taken off onto something else again. So I feel like they have a very full life already with a lot of stuff, and that's why it's taking so long, is because they are so many things that take up their time. So that's what they have for you right now, Shay. So many blessings there. You hang in there. Right, mysterious lover, you are up. Hey, Sky Falls, you will be up after that. So, mysterious lover, what does Spirit want you to know about for the next 3 months? We'll take a look here. I'm going to switch up cards here to the Tarot of Dreams, and let's take a look. All right. So, what does Spirit want you to know for the next 3 months? Okay. Oh my goodness. So for the next 3 months, you are going to be in your mind. I mean, you've got the 10 of Swords here, which is all about all your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets. And this is a good card. They're not dead. You're just exhausted from trying to live up to all these expectations and all these, fears of losing conditional love. And I like this for you because you do have the Ace of Swords, which this is new thought, new belief, new mindsets. And the Ace of Swords is what cuts away all of these small t truths, because you're connecting to capital T truths that are more rooted in unconditional love and the higher things. So you are using this to cut away those, and you're finding this relief. You get to the point of like, I'm just sick and tired of feeling exhausted trying to live up to everyone's expectations and disappointing people, right? And so you are looking at the Seven of Swords, more swords. And these are the thoughts and beliefs that are stealing things away from in your life, like your joy, like opportunities, like romance, whatever it may be. You're discovering all this pressure that you had on yourself that was actually cheating you, being able to uh, move past things because there was these that your thoughts and beliefs were keeping you there. And not only, you also have the King of Swords, which rolls over all the air. And not only that, all the kings are given a second portion of air. And so he's double air. So you are definitely going to be in your mind about your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets about life, and cutting them away and just getting rid of stuff that no longer serves you in your head. So I love all that. And in addition to that, you're also kind of working on your emotions, which they go hand in hand, because you also have the Six of Cups, which is the nostalgia card, looking back over your past. And the Knight of Cups is this movement of emotion. And this king, sorry, not king, this knight is questing after the Ace of Cups, which is the Holy Grail. And that's the ultimate love from above. And you're able to go back here into these old memories as you go back and do all this mental work that you're doing. And you're able to look and see that if it was an old emotion of pain and an old thoughts that were restricting it, and your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets are what created the painful scenario, because it interpreted and applied a story to whatever someone else was doing, that it meant something about you. And so you were afraid by whatever the thing was. You went into fear, they were in fear. And whenever humans are in fear, we go out of our human mind and we go into, lately I've been call it our cat mind, which is or and it takes off and runs. And so we are not there to make intelligent decisions or loving and caring actions. It only wants to feel safe again and in control, and it does things that are unloving and unintelligent. So you can tell when someone's in fear because they're doing stupid stuff. And then we know when we're in fear because we're like, oh, why did I act that way? I was acting so stupid. And it's like, oh, it was my cat. My cat mind came out. That's why I was attacking and running after the red dot instead, or whatever. It's like, no. So you are transforming a lot of these emotions because you're realizing that that emotion of pain was an emotion, was actually a memory of fear. And someone else was doing something, saying something, doing something. It was not about you. Their cat was going crazy and they weren't there. And so they were doing things, and you realize, okay, you start thinking about them differently, you start thinking about the situation differently, and you start thinking about yourself differently. And there's where all this change is coming from, this mind that you're just clearing out of so much clutter, so many restrictions, and you're like escaping from your cage, because ultimately you end up here in the nine of coins, the nine of pentacles, which is all about finding your wholeness and your completeness within you yourself, because the nine is the kind of the hermit's journey. And you're never alone. You have spirit there with you in the form of the bird there, but you're always, so this is you finding your wholeness and your completeness within yourself. So I love that for you. So the next 3 months are really, you're doing a wonderful clearing out job of these old thoughts and these old beliefs and that no longer serve you, and then some emotions that you are transforming as well. So you're becoming lighter and lighter and lighter, and you're finding that wholeness in yourself by the end of it. So I like it. So that's what they have for you right now, mysterious lover. Many blessings to you. All right, Project Skyfalls, you are up, and then Angelina, you will be up next after that. So, your life purpose. What would you like Skyfalls to know about their life purpose, please? Whoa. Okay. Surprise. Let's see what we got here. So you have the Queen of Coins here, which is the Queen of Pentacles. And so this is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. And I feel like that part of your life purpose, one, is to take care of yourself, because that Mother Nurture is for yourself. But also, um, this helps. Let me look here. Yeah, it taking care of yourself and understanding self-care, something that you help others understand about them and their energy and what they do with it, is very prevalent here, because you have both the Ace of Wands and the Two of Wands. So the Ace of Wands is all about your passion, your drive, your inspiration. And the Two of Wands shows that whatever you focus on is what you grow. And so I really feel like part of this, your life purpose to help people, is with what you've gone through yourself. You're realizing more and more about where you invest your energy is what grows. And I feel like you are helping people with this balancing out of things in their lives, because you also have the Two of Coins, which is all about balancing out things in their lives too, but in the physical world. And so you kind of show them here, how this, whatever you do here, is what manifests itself here. So it's like, very well integrated there. And you also have the Queen of Cups. So you have two queens here too. So this is about the emotions and trusting your intuition, trusting your gut, following your emotions, and allowing this. And so there's this very much this nurturing energy here. I almost feel like along the lines of, um, you teach people self-care, or you give them tools for self-care. And that can be a variety of things. Like it could be counseling, you can be a counselor, or it could be a physical therapist, or it could be a fitness specialist or a nutritionist. It's that kind of nurturingness where you teach people how to nurture themselves and take care of themselves in beautiful ways. So if you have this passion, that Queen of Cups also tells me that it's to find like specifics of your life purpose. If you have no idea, it's about tuning into your gut, finding out what makes your heart sing, what brings you joy. Will show you because your heart will start to, it's like a homing device, warmer, warmer, boop, 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 boop. It starts zeroing in, and you're like, oh, I love this. And you're like, okay, that's guiding you towards like how you uniquely want to share your love with the world. And so that's what the life purpose is bringing in here for you. So I like that. Yeah. Because these cards also fell out of the deck here. You've got the Empress, which is very much like the Queen of Pentacles. She's Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, new birthing, that type of thing. And then also you have the Seven of Coins, which is about um, it takes time for fruit to grow. It's the last thing that grows on a fruit tree, but it's also about this change of direction in your life. Like the stuff that you thought you wanted to do in your life isn't bringing that to you anymore. And so you're like ready to head a different direction. You're ready to head something more in alignment with what makes your heart sing instead. So that's what they have for you, Skyfalls. So many blessings to you. All right, Angelina, you are up. And then Cynthia, you are up after that. So, when and where will you meet your soulmate? So let's take a look here. All right. So, as we said with Sana Samreen, we'll see about the when. We'll see if they'll share anything with the when. Okay. And then where? Okay. Anything else about where? All right. Let's take a look here and see what they said about when here. Well, you've got the Eight of Cups, which the Eight of Cups is about leaving behind old emotions that no longer serve you and moving forward. And you have the Two of Wands too, which is about focusing on what you do want in your life, and rather than what's missing or whatnot. So they're basically saying that when is a need to know, and it's supposed to be a surprise. And again, while you're in your waiting period here, they're wanting you to learn on what you're focusing on is what grows in your life. And then also looking at what emotions no longer serve you, and you're moving up around here to the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. So they're basically saying, uh, like we were talking about with Sana Samreen, with the energy, in order for you to be magnetized and be in the right kind of mindset and emotions and energies to attract and for your soulmate, it's important for you to learn these things, leave behind the old emotions that no longer serve you because they're baggage. They will only impact it. And so it's learning. And how do you leave things behind? How do you leave emotions behind? You integrate them, you look at them, you don't push them down because they're not going anywhere. They're just going to it's like trying to pack a suitcase full of a lot of stuff that's too big for the suitcase, and you're sitting on it and you have it latched, and you're like, whew, and all of a sudden it goes blam, and everything blows up. And all the clothes and everything start flying everywhere, right? It's like you have to look at each of those and process them, feel them, understand them, and then they can be released. And then the Two of Wands is, again, whatever you focus on is what grows. And so part of the energy to be in alignment would be focusing on gratitude and what you do want in your life, rather than focusing on what's missing and what you don't want in your life. And so that's that two of wands is your power of where you're investing your power. So I like that. So I know we don't get a time frame with that, but just know that the pause is happening, or the slow speed of the movie unfolding is for you to be able to align your energies to be in alignment with your, like, your final soulmate type of energy. And then where, let's take a look here. Wow, let me take a quick drink here. Got a little tickle in my throat. We have snow coming in tonight. I'm excited again. But of course, that means my barometric body is letting me know that it's coming. So you've got three three pentacles here. And this is a great one. I mean, you have the nine of coins, which is about feelings of fulfillment and wholeness. And it's usually about being in a garden, because they are in this garden. Let me see if I can get it to focus better here. Yeah, there it goes. So this is like being in a garden and being self-sufficient, and you're by yourself. So I feel like you're at some sort of event. And I do feel, when I saw this, I felt like a garden, like you're on in an actual large garden area. And maybe there's someone, like a wedding reception or something, but it's like a kind of a party or event that's being held outside. And there's this huge garden and it's beautiful. And that's where you end up meeting them. I mean, you got the Knight of Coins and the King of Coins. So, Knight of Coins is about slow movement. The season, it has to unfold, and it's the slowest moving night. It does tell you that it is moving and things are going, but it just takes time to get there. And you have both the Tree of Life, which is unique to this deck, and the King of Coins. And the both of these tell you of, like, here's your soul when you're created, and then your human body, we go through like this path and this transformation to be able to come into the physical world and have part of us in the physical world while we're still connected up here. And so the King of Coins is about one of the big pieces of wisdom is that when we look to the outside world to make us feel whole and complete, we feel unstable. And the stability comes in with all of this by eventually, interactions with people and situations and things, unstable, disappointing, turn us inward. I mean, people change or they pass away. Situations like job, education, where you live, different things like that. Whatever situations you can get in never stay the same. And things in our bodies and our bank accounts and all that stuff, possessions, get stolen, break down, explode, catch on fire, whatever, deteriorate. And so we end up turning inward and upward. And that's what happens. We turn, inward and upward to connect and find our wholeness and our completeness. And I feel like part of this pause that's happening is to turn you inward and do that. Same with the other things that you had there to learn during the pause. So they kind of showed you the garden, but they went back to a message of turning inward and upward to find the love that you're looking for. And then when you find your soulmate, you're not desperate for them to define you and looking to see how they are always falling short, because when we look to them for our love, we want them to give us love up here. And this is, they can hit it every once in a while, but most of the time we're living in this disappointment between here and here. Whereas when we are full already from the higher love, anything they give is above and beyond. And we're always celebrating the abundance of who they are and the greatness of who they are instead of where they're falling short, right? So I feel like this is what they're wanting you to kind of focus on right now, Angelina, as you progress frame by frame towards the meeting of your soulmate. But the more work you do on the inner side, the faster the movie speeds up, right? And so that's what they're having you focus on is look within and then things start to move faster, and then you also draw your soulmate, and you're drawn to them because they're doing that work too. So that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. All right, Cynthia, you are up, and then Rhonda, you will be up after that. And thank you guys so much for all the thumbs up that you've given me. It does help spread the Zen love, and so thank you for being a part of doing that, because it does help out. Makes the YouTube algorithm so happy, it wants to share the videos with other people as well. So thank you, thank you. All right, so Cynthia, let's take a look here. Will your baby father contact you within next week after done? Okay. So we'll take a look there, and then will you get a job soon this month and relocate from Chicago to Florida? Okay, let's take a look here. So, um, is he going to contact you soon, or will it be a month? So, will it be soon? Let's ask that question first. And will it be a month from now? Okay. And then will you get a job soon this month to relocate? What'd you like? Okay. About the job. Okay. So I don't think he's going to contact you like um quick soon. Although yeah, because of what I see over here about a month, I see, because this one's the devil card. So when I asked about soon, your cage is still being rattled right now, and so things are needing to work out both in him and you. Both of your cages are being rattled. What I mean by that is your expectations, your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets. Things are just being challenged, and all these thoughts and beliefs that you've had around things are being weeded out and being brought into your face to look at and be aware of the cage that you guys have yourselves, each individually have yourselves in. And see if it'll focus at all. Come on. So you see how the cage door here is open and ajar. It's letting you know that there's this freedom that you can step out of all this restrictiveness of the supposed to and the should and the need to and the have to and the musts. It's like all these things are being shredded, and the bars are being opened and the doors being opened to allow you to do that. Because when we asked, is it going to contact you, not soon, but more like probably towards 3 to 4 weeks, I did get the Ace of Wands, which is action and activity and passion. And the movement of swords is thoughts and beliefs have moved. And so there is this movement in communication too, swords being communication. So I feel it's not like this week, but I feel even more towards the end of 2 weeks to 3 weeks more. I see more of that than 4 weeks, than a month. I feel like it's more um, like the end of the second week going into like the third week, more like that. And when you asked about your job, about relocating, you do have, well, first of all, the Eight of Cups is the big card because this is about moving up in the outside world. So if that sounds like that it would be moving up in the outside world for you. So I feel that. And you do have the Page of Cups, which is about newness, which is about new emotion and new intuition coming in too. So you have both the High Priestess and the Page of Cups, which does tell you about this heightened emotion, these heightened gut feelings and gut instincts too. So whatever this Eight of Pentacles, this movement up in the outside world, when it comes, they're really telling you doubly with both of these, trust your gut instinct, trust your heart. When offers are made, or whatever the details of it are, just trust it. Because if you feel like something's not right, trust it. If you feel like you should ask for more money or for relocation benefits or whatever it may be, trust your gut and trust your heart and act on that. Don't disregard what your heart is telling you and what your gut is telling you regarding that. So that's what they have for you, Cynthia. So many blessings to you. All right, Rhonda, you are up next. And then Erica. Well, Erica, you just wanted to say hello to everyone and send some love. So love and light to you as well. Thank you, Rhonda. I'm sorry, Erica. All right. And then Cutie Pie DT, you want to know your life purpose. All right. So let's take a look here. So, Rhonda, will Rex be coming towards you with an offer? Is he the one that you're supposed to be with? Let's take a look here. Actually, do you want to switch back over here to the Light Seers Tarot? Let's see what they have. All right. So, is Rex okay? Okay. And will he be coming with an offer? Okay. Anything else to say? They're like, no, doesn't that answer it? I'm like, yeah. So, is he the one you're supposed to be with? Nine of Cups. Wish fulfillment. I take that as a yes. Will he be coming towards you with an offer? King of Wands, action, movement, taking command, um, entrepreneur type of action and focus of energy. So yeah, I feel like that's a yes and a yes that's coming through there for you. So anything on when? Let's see if they'll tell us. Well, so you have the World card, which is an ending of an old cycle and the beginning of a new one. So I feel like it's going to be soon that they will be um, bringing that forward. So I like it. So that's what they have for you, Rhonda. Quick and easy. Boom, boom. Look at that. All right. So Cutie Pie Aditi, you will be up. And then Empress Beauty, you will be up after that. So Cutie Pie, you want to know your life purpose. I'm kind of being drawn over here to the magic of the unicorns. Let's see what the unicorns want you to know about your life purpose. All right. So what did you want Cutie Pie DT to know, please? Okay. Wow. You got the Divine Potential card here. Let's see if I can get it to focus here without being too bright. And it says on the bottom there, fulfill your destiny, be all you can be. How perfect is that for your question? Let's see what they tell you here. So, this is a card of destiny. Before you build a house, an architect draws up a blueprint of the best possible building that can be constructed in the space and condition available. In exactly the same way, your higher self, your guides, and overlighting archangel drop a blueprint of the greatest potential for your incarnation. And this blueprint is held by your guardian angel and deposited into your Earth Star chakra, which is up here. And when you receive this card, you're advised to look carefully at your life. It suggests there are gifts, talents, or aspects of yourself still to be explored or activated. Are you doing the best you can? Are you living a little life when your divine plan is to live a big one? Do you have hidden depths to plumb? Are there any areas of your life that you could develop? Do you have special qualities waiting to emerge? It is time to explore your hopes, your dreams, and your visions. What would you love to do in your life? What excites you? Your guidance is to expand your consciousness. The plan for your life may be bigger than you have realized. When a caterpillar feels the call, it builds a cocoon around itself and allows the divine energy within it to affect a transformation. In the same way, a metamorphosis is taking place within you now. Ask your unicorn to touch you with its horn, for it's time to emerge and spread your etheric wings. Prepare to fly. Wow. Well, I think that it may not tell you exactly what it is, but they're telling you to ask yourself those questions about what makes your heart sing, right? What opens it? Expand your consciousness. And so all those things that it mentioned, it goes right along with asking about life purpose, right? So you definitely have a reason to be here, of course. So those are what they're guiding you and how you can find that. So many blessings to you, cutie pie. Aditi 444. All right. So Empress Beauty, you are up. Hey, Project Skyfalls. And Anjou, you will get a general reading after Empress here. Will you find the apartment that best fits you by next year? So before the end of the year, will you find that apartment that best fits you? What would you like them to know, please? Yeah, I feel like you will. What it's going to take though is to really look at your expectations and kind of balance those out. Because you have the Seven of Swords, which is your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes, expectations, and the Seven of Swords is about discovering the ones that are cheating you out, that are stealing things from you, which is, like in this case, what's keeping you from moving forward and finding this place to live, right? And so it's balancing out the expectations and really reflecting on those thoughts and those beliefs, because you also have the Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Wands is a very powerful person. It's fire energy, it's passion and inspiration, and she has her Ace of Wands, and she's able to. Let me see here if I can see the. There you go. The on her hand here, right there, the power that she has in her own hands to make things happen. To whatever she focuses her energy on is what grows. And the kitty cat here, the black cat, shows the intuition and your ability to connect to the higher realms. So trust in your gut and trust in your instinct, but there's things in your mind that needs to be cleared that are blocking you from going in that direction. So, it can be your expectation of where it has to be, what it has to have, how much, and just all these expectations that are making it so thin here that it's like they're saying that you're going to need to expand and open those up because there's these great opportunities that are there, but it's about in my mind, they're showing me a map and they're going, you expand the map a block in each direction and you find stuff. And I'm not sure if that's really, they're just showing me like an example of, looking for apartments, but it has to be in between this street, this street, and this street. But there's some a street over, and what's a street over difference going to make is, kind of like they're going, see how it limits it. So I think they're just doing a visual, but if that resonates, then also take that. But I feel like if you do those things, then yeah, you do find this apartment by the end of the year. If you look at those expectations and those blocks that are coming your way. So that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you, Empress Beauty. All right. Anjou Tiklakar, you are up next, and then David Colbert, you'll be after that. So, general reading for Anjou. And I'm being drawn actually to the Magic of You Oracle. So let's see what they have here. I kind of feel like they want to do one from here and one from the Spirit of the Animal Oracle. You've got the doable. The key is within your grasp. So look how you're busting through here and grabbing the key. I like it. Card number 4, very stable number. And it says, "What you seek is within your grasp. As with all yeses, there are adjustments. So release yourself from a lingering mental prison of fear that you are not enough, that you are not worthy. You have the right key. Don't doubt it. It's time to be grateful for your teachers, even the ones whose lessons you didn't necessarily like. Past lovers, past employers, bullies, cyber stalkers all had lessons to teach you. Incredibly, when you meditate on gratitude for these lessons, the struggles around you dissipate. The key to opening the rest of your life hovers within your grasp. It's yours to use. The girl of doable fearlessly breaks through the glass ceiling and grabs the potent symbol of her getting of wisdom, the golden key. Tears of blood are shed, residues of past pains and losses are reflected in the carved face of the entryway above her, and they're now transformed into power and assertiveness. And this card, if this card is drawn at a time that you are seeking to step up into the next widely acknowledged level of success, whether it be a career advancement, passing a test, being accepted into an institute of learning, this card indicates that the answer is yes. So I like that for you. And then they also wanted to pull a Spirit of the Animal Oracle card for you. So let me grab that. Thank you guys so much for all your patience as I make my way down the list. So let's take a look here, see what else they have. Okay. It was like 10 cards fell out. We're going to be here a while. No, just kidding. Okay, this is the one. Yep, and you got the Electric Eel Spirit, which is bringing your ideas to life. So I love both of these cards in combination together. And this card is number 24. And I feel like just the protection message on this one for you, which says ideas need to percolate as they rarely download in detailed form. Have you too quickly dismissed an epiphany because you couldn't see where it might lead you? Have you rushed to follow the muse without taking time to contemplate the meaning of your aha moment? Perhaps your dream will take a different form than you first imagined, morphing into something else that is even better. Spirit's plans are often hard to discern, but so much more satisfying once they've taken over from your own predetermination. Maybe your big idea is taking more time to shape than you expected. Have you considered that you are meant to learn something in the process of bringing it into being? Commit to transformation and to learning any lesson this new venture will bring, and soon you will see that your aha was even more valuable than you realized when you first felt it electrify you. So very much you got the doable card, which tells you that it's within your grasp, you can make it happen. And this is having you revisit those ideas that you were like, oh, I don't know if it could happen or not. And it's felt like it's been delayed and those things, but it's time. I really feel like you're going to be moving forward in things. So I like it. All right. Let me just scroll back up here. It went really fast. There it is. All right. So that's what they have for you, Anjou. All right. David Colbert, you are up. And then Sky Falls, you're feeling under the weather. Well, we'll send you some energy here in a moment after we're done with David here. So, what is your future with the relationship you have going now? All right. Let's take a look here, David. Let's see what Spirit has to say. So, what about this future relationship? So let's take a look here. So you do have the Ace of Cups here, which is about new love or new levels of love. And you have the Ten of Wands too, which Ten of Wands shows you that you've been on this journey, all the way from up here, all the way down here. And the Ten of Wands shows that there's been a lot of energy invested, and it's time for that energy to end and for new energy to begin. So, let's take a look here, because you also have the Four of Cups, which the Four of Cups shows some boredom of the love that you guys have been having. And here's the Ace of Cups that you got here. So the Ace of Cups is here saying, here we are, it's right behind you guys. And so I kind of feel like with these, because you have the Hierophant too, which is about moving up in commitment. So, um, like all of this together really shows me that you're reaching a point in your life that it can't stay where it is now. It either needs to end because of disappointment and expectations not being met, or that it's really looking and re-energizing this. So I really feel like you guys are at a fork in the road, and because you have four cards of moving up and commitment and higher love and bored of where you're at and all this energy that you feel you've had invested in it, that it's time to let go of a lot of these expectations and thoughts and all the have tos and shoulds and need tos in the relationship, to set it free and let it go to another level. Because I feel like the fear um, of being disappointed, the fear of not living up to each other's expectations, and the fear of heartbreak is keeping the relationship from moving to the next level. So it's like, well, are we going to stick together or not? Are we? It's almost like it's time to like move in together or get engaged or get married, and or it's done, right? It's like you're at a point you can't stay where you're at. It's like the raft is about to go over the waterfall, and you either have to jump off on land, or you have to jump, like you have to jump on this side of the river, or that side of the river. There's no staying on the raft anymore. It's like you have to take it to a different place, because it's at that point. I forget which movie. They're reminding me of a movie in my head. It had, I think it was Jennifer Aniston. It was all about relationships, and her and I can see his face. He plays Batman and some other stuff. I can't remember. He's very popular. I can't. I believe my mind's blank. But whatever the movie was, they were in just a relationship, and it was getting to a point where they couldn't stay what it was, because it was they were being pulled apart by all these different things going on, and it was like they either had to go another step, or just end the relationship. And that's where I feel you guys are at too, because they're showing me this just a lot of people with their opinions and what a relationship should be, and there's all this stuff that's just uh I don't want to say tearing you guys apart. It's just muddying the waters, and it's like you just have to uh get out of there and get into a different place. So that's what I feel they have for you right now, David. So hopefully that resonated. Many blessings to you. All right, Project Skyfalls. So I'm sorry you're feeling under the weather. We're just gonna, if anyone wants to join in just sending some love energy to Sky Falls, just to help your body align into health. We just send love around you for your higher self to do with what it wants to do, and what it wants to do with your health in this moment. Rest, rest, rest. Breathe and relax. Many blessings to you. Hope you feel better. Right. Hey, Akashik. Welcome, welcome. And you are up next with your 2023 forecast. And Christina, hello. Hello, hello. Just saying hello and sending loads of love. Thank you. I take it all in and I send you love and light as well. And hey, Mary, the Aries, you will be up next after Akashik. So, Akashik, how's your 2023 look like in new love coming and big winning in money and lesser enemies to deal with? Okay, let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know about your 2023. All right. So, what else here? So, love and big winning of money, less enemies to deal with. That cracks me up, but I understand. Okay. All right. Well, I like it. It starts off with this wonderful 10 of swords. And the 10 of swords is telling you that you're at a point where you're just sick and tired of feeling sick and tired, and you're tired of trying to live up to all the expectations of the supposed to be and the should be and the need to be and the have to be. It's exhaustion. And you're getting to a point where you're ready to let so much of those go because all these birds represent all those thoughts that are always in your head. And I love how this card you can do this and the scene totally changes, right? It changes to this very serene walk along the beach instead of the attack of the birds, right? And so I feel like with you letting go and sorting through a lot of these expectations of what a love is supposed to be, what money is supposed to be, what enemies and all these people, that things change. You do have this Knight of Wands that comes in, which is fast movement. It's also a quest of getting your power back, realizing how much power you hold over your life. Like whatever you focus on is what grows in your life. So when we focus on what's like, if I was focusing on, I don't have love in my life, I don't have money, and I have enemies, well, the lack I'm focusing on grows and my enemies grow. Instead, when I focus and transform my energy into what I'm grateful for in my life and what I do want to draw into my life, I magnetize that energy and then I draw that into my life instead of more of this. So I feel like with these expectations and that energy that it does transform your 2023 because if you do that, if you do the things I just mentioned, you get new love that comes in and you get the 6 of Pentacles, which is you have enough money for yourself that you're also able to give to others, and you have a new birth. You have this Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. You're very much nurtured and a more abundance that comes in here. And you can see how serene and at peace you are. And so I feel that also means that you're not drawing enemies to you because you are focusing on gratitude. You're focusing on what you do want. And so you don't have that. What is it? I think it was Will Ferrell. He's a comedian, hilarious comedian. Um, and they asked him why he could be happy so much of the time. And he goes, because I focus all my energy on the people that I love in my life. I don't have anything left over for the, like in this case, the enemies or the people have bad things to say or whatever. I don't spend any energy on them. I use all my energy on the things I love and the people I love. And what a great, powerful thing that comes in. He's always smiling. He's always happy. He's always goofy. And that's what his life mantra is. And I love that. So I feel like if you do those things that we mentioned, that you'll have a 2023 that's going to be unlike anything that you've had before. So I like it. All right. So that's what they have for you. Many blessings, Akashik. And Mary the Aries, you are up next. And then Grace OD, you're funny. So Queen B, you will be up next, and then Grace, we will look at your what you're saying there next. You're so funny. All right, so Mary, you're just looking for a general message. What does Spirit want you to know? I want to go to the path of the soul for you, the destiny cards. Let's see what they have here. All right. So Mary, general message. Okay. So these are the fractal imaging cards. So whatever you see, this is your spiritual ink blot test. All right. Beautiful card there. So yeah, that's not a good, too bright there. So that's your picture. Card number 4. That is ascension. Your energetic field is in a state of change and expansion. You have begun to vibrate at higher levels as your consciousness moves more in alignment with your higher self. You are one of the forerunners working towards ascension to help raise the consciousness of the planet. The changes you are experiencing are not always comfortable, but they are necessary for your continued growth. The true beauty of your soul is beginning to show, and it has a positive and uplifting effect on others. I like it. So, this energy that you're feeling, this expansion and kind of wonkiness in your vibration here and there is because it's expanding and it's getting bigger, and your soul is making itself known more. It's kind of like your spirit, your higher self is filling you up more and becoming more present here. And the veil is getting open and thinner for you to remember who you really are, and more knowledge of that. So I wouldn't be surprised if you have some new spiritual gifts that are activating here as well. So I like it for you, Mary. So that's what they want you to know right now. So if you have some wonky energy that you've been noticing, now you know why. All right. And then Queen B, you are up next. So what is TJ's current feelings towards you? Let's take a look and see what TJ is feeling towards you at the moment. Let's see here. Okay. So the 8 of Cups is here, which is about leaving behind emotions that are no longer serving him. So I feel like there is this movement away from emotions. He's like set them on fire and walking away. And there is this movement in the outside world too. So he's got 2 8s. So he's like moving up in the outside world. So there is change that's happening in his outside world. And he's also has these emotions he's leaving behind. So I feel like, the 8 of Cups is moving, they're walking away, but they're walking toward wish fulfillment with the 9 of Cups. So I feel like they're walking towards their wish, what they feel is their wish in their life. And that's also causing this movement in the outside world, because they also have the Ace of Wands, which is about new passion, new drive. So either they are finding this like dream that they're wanting to live in the outside world, or they're walking towards like a new passion, like a new interest in their life too, which can be love sometimes. But I feel like this is all about movement up and movement of letting old emotions go. I almost feel like this is like movement away. Um, is the energy I'm feeling, and they're walking towards. It's like they're walking towards this. They have this like back here that they're walking toward, this new passion that's in their life. And I don't feel like it's a person though. I feel like they are just focused on their next step in their adventure and their journey. and they have something exciting that they're working on. And so feelings, I almost feel like are, they're it's like a little kid, um, or I was gonna say little kid heading off to something, and then they showed me, um, my host, she has a black lab, and if she sees something that she wants, there's no stop. It's like they're like you could be yelling their name, but they're after the squirrel or they're after whatever, right? They're just everything else is blocked out and they're just super focused in that way that they showed me him. So that's what they have for you right now, Queen Bee. So hang in there. Many blessings to you. Oh, great. All right, Grace, let me read and see what's going on here. And then Johnny Gale Webb, you'll be up next. Hey, my friend, guess what? Gonna ask my favorite person. You joke. You're going to ask if you will please grant you a general reading. Oh, okay. Tell you what you see about you. Oh, thanks. You like my t-shirt. Actually, I do. I designed the t-shirt, and it's available on my website if you are so inclined. I don't know if they ship international. Maybe we shall see. But I love it. All right. So a general reading and tell, like, what does Spirit want you to know? What would Spirit like you to know? Okay. All right. Evidently, they've got something to say here. Oh, right. Well, I really like this for you. So it starts off with the Seven of Swords, but it all goes like super, super moment. So just bear with this. So you have the Seven of Swords is thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes, your expectations. And these you can see here, this is your a thought and belief that is in your face. And this is all about learning about what of your own thoughts and beliefs are stealing from your life, which obviously you're talking about your favorite person. It's like your thoughts and beliefs about who they're supposed to be, who you're supposed to be together, who you should be, blah, 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 right? Well, that's being brought here because it wants you to see it so that you can set yourself free from it and not have it steal from your life anymore. Because when you do that, you have the sun enter your life here, which is one of the most beautiful, victorious, enlightening cards in the entire deck. Um, Definitely in the top 5. But a lot of people say it's the most, brilliant, beautiful card in your connecting. It's shining light on so many things. You have the warmth, the victory, and all of that. And then you also have the High Priestess, which is about you going deep within and you go into your high temple. You take a step away from everything and you get away from the chaos and the noise. You connect it and go behind the veil. You connect to the higher realms. You dive deep into your emotions and you really find these things that are setting yourself free. The sun card here, too, is Leo energy, which also is about the child self and about, diving deep into understanding what's below the surface. So both of these cards can also be, shining light onto things that you want to see that are below the surface. They may not be conscious of that are, you know, um, behind these things. And I really like it too. I mean, you have the sun, which is victory and all that, and then you also have the wheel of fortune, which is about endings and new beginnings, but it's fate's will and it turns for you and it's for you. Whatever the change that happens, what this all implements brings in wonderful things into your life because the Wheel of Fortune also tells you that your life is full of faded events and faded moments, faded relationships that come in and out, whatever it may be in your life. But you still within each faded event, you hold such power to choose what story you want to put to it. So that Seven of Wands is what's stealing away from your life is the stories that you're applying to things and that you can change those. They're old habits that we have been taught, like we're taught that when this thing happens, this is what it's supposed to mean. Then also when that thing happens, this is how it's supposed to feel. That's the other thing the fated wheel tells us is that not only do we get to choose what story we apply to it, we also get to choose what emotion we feel as we go through it. But we're given all this information, all these popular opinions on how what things are supposed to be, need to be, should be, have to be, must be, blah, blah, blah. And it becomes our habit and our reaction to think a certain way and feel a certain way about situations. But you're really, as you're going in this high temple, and you're shedding light on these things, you're really stepping into your power that you get to decide what everything means. So I love it for you, Grace. So when you wake up, if you've already gone to bed, because I know you're over on the other side of the world, you can have that message and feel the power. So I love it. So many blessings to you, Grace. Take care. All right, Johnny, you are up next. And then Suparna Das, you are up after that. All right. So, Libra, is he still involved with his ex? Uh-oh. I'm going to switch cards over here to the Tarot of Dreams. Let's see what we got. All right, let's take a look here. Is he still involved with his ex? You know, we've got the Six of Coins here, which tells me about this is the codependency awareness card. But with these other cards here, because he's got two tens here. One is the 10 is like the not wanting to live up to the pressure and the expectations that were put on with them before. And so they were so exhausted in trying to live up to this that they had the ending and they needed to separate from all that. And then the Wheel of Fortune, which is the changing of things that took them out of that situation. So I feel like they were in a codependent relationship before where they couldn't give. I feel like their ex was the overgiver that almost smothered them because these were like all the rules that they were putting around them and that they felt trapped like they were in this prison and so that's why they ended up um, you know ending that situation because the Knight of Cups here is the quest for the Ace of Cups, which could be the quest for new love. And so I don't feel like they are. I feel like they were like so suppressed. They felt like they were in prison and they're like, I'm not going back. So I don't feel that at all there. Let's see, anything else you want to know about this situation here? Yeah. So another night, another quest for the Knight of Swords. Let's see. Okay, there it goes. So he has the Ace of Swords. He quests after that Ace of Swords because they use that to cut away all these smaller swords. And so he definitely was wanting to get out from underneath that reign because he wanted to rule over himself and have stability instead of where it was. So I don't feel like um, it's like he got out and he didn't look back because it was so um toxic. And so yeah, I don't feel like that he's still involved with his ex. So that's what they have for you, Johnny. So many blessings to you. All right. So Suparna Das, you are up next. You are welcome, Sparks. You're welcome, Sio Shanta. Yeah, you don't attend pity parties. All right, I like that. Hey, Brenda, you will be up next after Suparna. So, Suparna, when and where will you meet your soulmate? See, we didn't already answer that one, did we? I think that was someone else, maybe. Nope, that was a couple other people. So that's a popular question. So, of course, the whens we'll see, and the where. Always with the when, with spirit. Let's see what they have to say. We'll start off with that. When, when. Okay. And then where? Okay. All right. Let's take a look here. All right. So the when we've got the justice card here with the ace of swords that is all about balancing out thoughts and beliefs. It's like there's this, the when they are not telling us, they're like, there's balancing out of your expectations and thoughts. And the when depends on how much of your inner work you do on your expectations, your thoughts, and your beliefs and your mindsets. And so, you want to look into um, the expectations you have around what a relationship is and what a soulmate should bring you, etc. Also, with that justice card, that is triggering me to, if you haven't checked your 1111 portal of justice, that energy is going to be impacting us for a while. And I'm going to throw down here in the chat, and it's also in the description box of the video. If you're watching this later and you don't see it, but that 1111 portal energy is pretty powerful. And I feel like with that popping up here as the timing, that it's important for you to go, if your moon sign and your Venus sign, go check those two out because I feel there's additional information that is within those through the portal and what you can do to use that energy to speed up things. Because right now, and frame by frame, as you look into your expectations and around relationship and love and like who you're supposed to be, who they're supposed to be, what a relationship is supposed to be. And I feel like where you're going to meet them, there is this. When I saw this faith card pop up, which is the Hierophant, it's about commitment. It's about, I almost feel like it's a ceremony. Like maybe you meet them at a wedding or you meet them at some sort of um, commitment, a faith kind of commitment thing where maybe someone like it's a kind of a spiritual type of event, but usually I'm kind of feeling like towards a wedding, like you meet them at a wedding. So I really like that because you have the Page of Wands, which is about new passion, new drive, new ambition. And I feel like when uh, it is this fieriness that when you go to the wedding, when you guys lock each other's eyes, it's just like sparks fly. And I kind of feel like that is where it ends up being. But with that justice card, you know, it requires you to really look at this because the Nine of Swords is all these thoughts, these beliefs, these mindsets that keep you up at night, that give you insomnia. But it's like these are the things you fear around a relationship. And that, if you do that, then that's what keeps you it moving slow. And so the importance of looking at, with this Ace of Swords here, this allows you to cut away these thoughts and these beliefs and these mindsets that are keeping you in fear. And they can be thoughts about your worth. It can be thoughts about who someone is supposed to be and should be, needs to be. This is how it has to unfold. It has to be with this family or through this matchmaker, or, they have to look this way and do this as a job. We're fed all these sort of expectations when we're growing up through family, movies, whatever it may be, books, romance novels. We get all these ideas of who someone's supposed to be, and then we restrict it so much that we don't get to see them because they're outside of that small view we have, and it's about expanding the view. So that's what they have for you right now, Suparna. So many blessings to you. All right, Brenda, you are up, and then baby 8 ball. You or no, that's not an 8 ball. That's the I, right? So that you are up next. So Brenda, will your maintenance be fixed by court from the in-laws today? Are his parents at fault for not taking proper firm decision? Okay, so let's take a look here and see what Spirit has to say about this. Okay, I like that. And okay, so these are about the being at fault. Okay. So as far as the maintenance being fixed today, I do see there is a ending and a new beginning, and it is victorious for you. So I feel like it will be fixed in court today, with your in-laws. So I feel like there is going to be um, this ending and new beginning, and it is, like I said, that the sun is like one of the most victorious cards. So I feel like that means like yes, that it would be. And we were asking about if his parents were at fault for not taking proper firm decisions. Um, there's the victory card here, and the recognition, and the 3 of Wands, which should be about taking a new direction. Um, I don't. It feels like that a new direction, a different direction, may have brought more recognition, but I don't feel here because Jupiter, because it's the Jupiter, in the corner there, which is all about luck and joy, and the Aries sun that's there was about action. I feel like all the action was taken for the proper, the only outcome that it could have been. Yeah, because here comes the Page of Wands and the 10 of Cups, which is basically you know, the action and the outcome is what they're saying was the thing that only could um, be the final outcome. So I don't feel like on that second question that the parents were at fault for not taking a proper firm action. It's like the only action that could be taken for the destination was taken. So that's what they have for you, Brenda. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. Let us know about the court. I've one of those cards. It's like boom. So hopefully that will be fixed very speedily for you. All right. So, baby, you're up next, and then Sio Shanta will ask your second question there. And you've got, baby, can you tell you about Venki current feeling towards you? All right, sure. Let's take a look here. Thank you guys so much for all the thumbs up that you've given the video. I just am blown away by all of your love and support and all your beautiful comments. You guys just warm my heart, and thank you for being a part of spreading love to the world, because we know the world can definitely use it, right? So many blessings. So let's take a look here and see what Venki's current feelings are towards you, what Spirit wants you to know. Well, they are a little bit confused in their emotions here. The 7 of Cups is showing like all these different emotions that are bouncing around inside of them. So there's a lot that's going on inside there. I do feel, they have the 8 of Pentacles, and which is about movement up in the outside world. So I feel like they are really focused on external things, and I kind of feel like that's why their emotions are so just all over the place, is because they have so much that they're trying to do in their life. Because they have the three of coins here too, which is about them trying to live up to their authentic self and doing what they are doing with their life. They're trying not to listen to anyone else, the naysayers, the dream busters, and they're trying not to be influenced too much by the people who support them. And they're really putting uh, a lot of effort into their outside world, because you got two coins cards, which is the outside world, and the seven of cups, the only emotional card, is about emotional confusion. So I feel like they've got a lot of emotions and a lot of feelings happening, and you're one of them, in those seven cups that are flying around in their head. So you might be feeling like you're not getting attention from them, you're not getting any clear messages because they're unclear in their head. So that's what's going on right now. I feel like they just have a ton going on in the outside world, and they're trying to fill seven cups with one pitcher, and they're not doing you can only fill up so much in each one. And I feel like there's some important things that they are wanting to accomplish. And so it could feel a little bit like they're trying to fit you in between important things. And it's because they have some priorities that they're trying to accomplish in the outside world. And that's why you feel kind of, maybe you get a couple drops, but he's filling up other things with his pitcher. I don't feel it's other people, like relationship, kind of romantic stuff. I feel like it's finances and job and promotion, or that type of thing that he's trying to do. So I can have that car, so I can have that home, or they're like have these goals in mind that have to all happen first before feelings. So you know try not to fault him too much. I feel like his dad taught him that, but that's what they have for you. So many blessings for you, baby. All right, see you, Shanta. You are up, and then Rhonda, you will be up after that. Oh, uh, thank you, Rhonda. I really appreciate that. All right, see you, Shanta. Let's see what else they want. What else does N feel about you, your boss? All right. Well, I do like that they look at you as a star. So that's good. You are someone who brings this brightness in dark situations, I feel, at work, like things that sometimes feel impossible and feel like there's no way out of it. I feel like you're a good problem solver, and he sees you that way, and he sees you as someone who can generate options and find ways through things. Like, I feel like your job really, 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 really well, and that people come to you and they're just like, how can we deal with this? How can we get around this? How does this, it. I feel like you've been there for a while, and you're like, oh, just do this, this, and this, and boom, 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 you get things done. Um, the Six of Cups here, I feel like you remind him of someone from his past, like someone that he in his family, someone he grew up with. But there's like this real he almost looks at you like a little sister in a way. He reminds you of, like, you remind him of someone that was close to him. And so there is this underlying, kind of um I think it's almost unconscious in a way. He just there's just something, there's like this I'm gonna say a bond, but there's this energy around it that he just feels familiar. You feel familiar to him. And so there is this, extra connection there, which I like. It's not anything too weird. It's just it's just like there's this familiarity, like he's known you for a long time, even though it may not have been a long time. And then they have the 5 of Pentacles here too. And the 5 of Pentacles is this, where someone might feel out in the cold and feel abandoned and um, left behind. I feel like, um, in one way, he looks at that as, I wanna say, like, it's you didn't get recognition, like, when you deserved it before, like, you were passed I don't I kind of feel like you were passed over for promotions or raises or different things when you shouldn't have been, and I feel like it was before them, maybe, and then he realizes it, and he kind of feels like, um you know, that you were, I wouldn't say wronged, but you just didn't get what you deserved, um, as far as the job that you do, and things. And so he's aware that that's in the back of his mind too, because he sees the job that you do and feels like you need to be rewarded for it, but his hands are tied by certain things too. But just know that it's in there and he's trying his best for that too, is what I feel. So that's what they have for you, Sio Shanta. So many blessings. All right. Hmm. I'm just reading that down here real quick. Thank you so much, Rhonda. I really appreciate all of that. I know, Katie. I know. the the same messed up heart confused club. Hey, we're all members, right? We've all got our membership cards. Yeah. I love you guys' support for one another. Thank you guys. I just am encouraged by the love and support you have for one another. Grace, you guys are so hilarious. Good morning, Preeti. Welcome, welcome. And I'm sorry, I'm just reading down, making sure I'm not passing anyone over here. Mm, yeah, I love that, Gracie. This is a place of truly a Zen room. Despite our heartaches and our shattered dreams, this is a safe space for us. A place full of so much love. Obviously, I love it. All right, pretty well. Thank you for making it in due to your network issue, anyway. So I'm glad you made it. And you'd like some guidance? Absolutely. We'll take a look here. So let's take a look here. What guidance for PT, please? Okay, let's see what we have. Oops. Bumping things. All right. So Preeti, you have two sets of cards. These two came out together, and you have the Three of Swords, which is about expectations and disappointment and heartache. And I like that this came out with this card because the Seven of Wands is also about your energy and your drive and your power. And you see how you're standing here strong. And no matter who these people are that have these expectations, and I kind of feel like this is what people are saying that, you're not living up to what we think you should be or you need to be, and blah, 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 blah. And you're in this wonderful spot, this wonderful space here of being able to just shine your light, and you don't even have to defend yourself. Just these people feel they're lower than you and they're trying to bring you down. And um, like spirit is just asking you to just understand that when people do that it's because they feel they're lower than you and they think you're way up here. they feel they're down here and they just want to bring you down to their level, you know? And so when they try to do that, if you just realize that it's not personal and it's all about how they see themselves, then you can not worry about it, or you can even reach down and help, understand what it is that they're feeling low about themselves with and help raise them up, not like flatter them without untrue statements, but really look at who they are and help them see that they're so much higher than they feel about themselves. And in doing that, that helps them stop attacking you. But it also, it just changes the energy that's around you as well. And then, yeah, I like this too because you are going through this. You have this confusing period where there was a lot of emotions, a lot of. I feel like this is all the emotional energy around you that was happening, and I feel like lately you just have been really tuning into your um, your gut, your instinct, your intuition, and your empathic abilities, where you've been really starting to pick up people's emotions around. But I like this tower coming and it's burning down, getting rid of a lot of this energy around you. And I feel it's because you are in this night, this pursuit of this higher love, the chalice, the holy grail, which is full of the unconditional love of the higher realms, right? It's this beautiful overflowingness, and you're becoming the chalice and just allowing yourself to be filled up and overflowing. And I feel all those emotions that were around from other people, that love just fills you up and overflows and washes away those other emotions. And that the more you do that, you kind of have like this kind of cleansing each day, this little shower of love that just washes things away. And whenever you feel like just all this stuff that's bubbling up and being all around you, that you get to pull the shower and cleanse it all away, and then you feel refreshed and you feel the peace come and this stability, emotional stability come in as well. So I like that for you. So very well in developing those empathic abilities, growing bigger and bigger, because it's important to create like a gelatin around you where you don't pick up and you still feel people's emotions, but it's muted and they stick in the gelatin. They don't get on you and try to absorb into you and impact your emotions. They stay at a distance, but you still sense them. And that's part of your gift, is to sense other people's emotions so that you can love and help them as well. So I like it, Preeti. So many blessings to you. That's what they have. All right. So let's see who is next here. I'm going to keep on going down the list here. Oh, you guys are just, you're almost making me blush. Stop. But I love all of you so much. I really hope you guys know that. All right. Queen Bee, you would like to know if you're going to build your house next year. And then EE, when will you get a raise at work? Okay. All right. So will you build your house next year? I believe so. You got the Four of Wands, which is a very stabilized energy, and it's all about joy and celebration. Look at, and here's like the doors to your house. And you got a Palace of Cups, which is about building a safe place where you can express and feel your emotions, where you kind of like this palace is way underneath down in the ground. I mean, in the under the water in the ocean. So the storms of life that happen above on the surface, you don't feel them all the way down underneath there. So I feel like it is this beautiful place of emotional, it's like your little emotional temple full of joy and celebration. So I definitely feel you're doing that next year. So I really like it. All right. EE, will you get a raise at work? Let's take a look there. All right. So let's take a look here. Will you get a raise at work, EE? It does appear to be so. You have the 6 of coins, which is about you having so much, you have enough for you that you're actually able to give to others as well. And you have the Empress, which is all about harvest and newness and birth and all of that. So that would be a yes for you, EE. So congratulations. You are going to be getting a raise at work. And they don't tell me how much, but you have enough for yourself and you have extra to give to others. So that might give you an idea as well. So I really like that. All right. Mm, that's great, guys. I really love that. All right. So Kansas City. All right. And I'm in Colorado, which you guys might already know that. And Ireland. One of my exes has actually lived in Ireland in Cork. Cork, I think, is where I think that's what it is. Cork. All right. So, Queen Bee, you wanted a general reading. So, I'm going to pull a card from that. And then Grace, you will be up after that. So, let me take a look here. I do want to, let me pull a Spirit of the Animal Oracle for you, Queen Bee. We will see what we have. All right. So you got a beautiful elephant here. Look at that. I love these. The art on these. And that is card number 25, and it's Elephant Spirit. Learn from the past. This says, although we often wish we could leave the past behind, Elephant Spirit reminds us that memory matters. We must respect the wisdom of the elders who hand down to us traditions they have shaped to express our connection to each other and respect for the community. What has come before informs what we are experiencing today, and we must never forget our legacy of strength and dignity. Elephant Spirit appears with the message that we are to acknowledge that which came before and learn from it. All of us are memory based creatures, and we must revisit the past to understand where we are and where we are going. The stories of events you experienced, the stories in our collective memory, and the stories of relationships you have had can be told many ways. What story will you tell? Elephant Spirit is here to encourage you to make it one that stirs in you a sense of power and dignity, for you have honored yourself by choosing to learn from your past. And Spirit rejoices at your. Oh, I like that because that's like what story we choose to put to a situation comes. Now we're given all these popular opinions, and everyone has their opinion on what something is supposed to mean, but we are the ones that get to choose the story. So I love that beautiful way they presented that for you, Queen Bee. So many blessings to you. All right. You are very welcome, VD. And Grace and Grace, you are up next. All right, let me just keep scrolling down here. All right, Grace. So, current feelings that Derek has towards you. Will he give you back your money? All right, let's take a look here. What feelings does Derek have towards you? And will he give you back your money? All right. Whoa. Well, I don't know about feelings, evidently. I think you're more concerned about money, maybe, because this is what Spirit brought through is the coins, 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 king of coins, and the seven of coins. Seven of coins is about what's the last thing that grows on a fruit tree? The fruit. So I feel like they are going to give you back your money. It's just taking them time, and they are, getting um funds and abundance that's coming in, and that I feel that's when they're going to be giving you back the money there. um Around feelings, it's like this justice card popped in here, which is about balancing expectations. But again, I did pop the 1111 justice card reading, and I feel like if you go to that playlist, and if you do know your Venus sign, or your moon sign, those are the emotions and love. Moon is emotions, Venus is how you um, want to be shown love and how you love. So if you check those out, and if you don't know them, if you go, you can go to, there's all these sites on free ones where you can put in your birth information and it can pull it for you, which is astro.com is the one I use. I'm not sure if it's available all over the world, but they're trustworthy. And so if you look up those, I feel like their feelings towards you, you're going to find your answers there, because the justice card came out and I'm like, what's that got to do with emotions? And then they're like, have them check out the reading. So I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. So there's some information there. They're sending you on a scavenger hunt for your answer. So that's what they have for you, Grace. So many blessings for you. All right. So happy, Rhonda. I'm glad that this gave you uh, what you needed in those readings. So glad. You crack me up, Rhonda. I appreciate you. All right, Devansha Mishra, you are up next. Wow. My wee laugh. All right. So Devansha Mishra, let's take a look here. You want to uh, the characteristics of your future spouse and his profession. And good morning. So let's take a look here and see what type of characteristics that Spirit would like you to know about your future spouse. Right. Well, they're giving you one card so far. So let's look at that. And you have the Five of Wands. So someone who really understands their energy, and they they've been through conflict before, and they understand how to manage their fire and other people's fire energy too. So where there's been conflict before, they've learned to deal with conflict. So that's good. They're not a fiery person themselves. They're actually able to like de-escalate people, and it makes sense. They found some inner strength, and they understand things and how the outside world works, and what truly to hunger for, because they've got both of these. I mean, Leo energy and Leo energy. So there might even be a Leo, but they've got fire energy. Um, and so they are seen and people see them and they're just like kind of a natural whoops, a natural leader as well. So I really like that. Okay. All right. Yeah. And just to reiterate what I've said, 7 of Cups, they're in a position, a higher position, again, another Leo, and but they don't feel the need to defend. They understand that when people attack, it's because they feel lower than you. And so he learned that, and then he instead of getting defensive, he helps lift people up, and I really like that. So he definitely has a lot of love that he gives, and so I feel like he really with that Leo energy, people because he's so loving and so giving and understanding, people just love him. It's like, you know, it's just like wherever he works, whatever wherever he lives, people know of him and they just adore him, and so I like that, right? You might have to compete for his attention, not in like a romantic kind of way, but it's like I feel like you would go to a restaurant and you're just like, "Oh my god, can you just not talk to everybody? Because everybody wants to talk to them." And you're like, "I just want an evening with you, no one else. Can you just" you know? But it's difficult to do because people are just drawn to him because of his personality. So it's like, it's good in a lot of ways, but you might have to take him out of town. Like, we need to go to this town for dinner away from where people don't know you so that you can have them to yourself in a way, you know what I'm saying? Which I really, really like. And and the moon is here too, which is I like the mysteriousness and the depths. It's like there's always going to be something mysterious about them. You know, they have this about them where and it's not that they're hidden things like secrets. It's just like there's so much more depth to them. And I feel like you just feel like you never stop learning something new and amazing about them. And that's a good thing to have, right? And so I really like that. So, profession, I feel like he's in like a management position because it's like he's higher and people see him as higher. So I feel like, and then with all that, uh, strengths that he has and his ability to de-escalate, and he's able to talk customers off the ledge, and so he's just really in this management type of position. I feel like really about business is what I feel. Because whatever he does, he gets around a lot, like in town, in the city. So he does go talk to people because he's like management. Don't feel like he's in sales so much, but he does do a lot of public relations for the business, and so they know him because I think he moved up in the company, and so people request him to be like run their account and things, and I think that's why he kind of does account management in a way but not sales. So that's what I feel for you. So many blessings for you, Mishra. I like him for you. He deserves you. He's good enough. All right. Grace. Hey, prissy cat. All right. Can't concentrate. Grace, you're so funny. Oh wow, he stayed up to 4. Go to sleep, Grace. Crazy. I'm glad that they definitely resonate. Sweet dreams, Grace. Grace OD. All right. Very good. You are welcome, baby. And I'm just going down the list. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anyone. You're welcome, Shanta. Hey, love and light to you, Deb. Good evening, Angela. Hello, hello. All right. Glad you could listen to yours, Mary. Very good. I love that. All right. Hey, April Hunter. Welcome, welcome. You're interested in a general reading. Great. All right. So let's take a look here. I do want to pull from the magic of unicorns for you, and let's take a look. See what they have for you. All right, April. Let's see. What would the spirit like you to know right now, April? All right. And so you got creative solutions. Interesting card. Squirrel. Oh, it's a heart. I was trying to say I couldn't see in there. If you could see, it's a heart, like a candle or whatever this is here. And it says, think outside the box, view things from a higher perspective. Let's see what comes in here. All right. So it says, your life lessons are presented to you as a series of challenges. It is how you deal with your circumstances that allows you to progress along your path and pass the tests. Even when a difficulty seems insurmountable, your unicorn will remind you that there is a solution to every problem. So look at every aspect of the situation from a higher perspective. See with spiritual eyes, listen with compassionate ears, and send love to every person involved, however troublesome they appear to be. Whatever the trial or setback, love is the universal solvent that transmutes everything. It allows magical solutions to emerge that your conscious mind could not imagine. Receiving this card suggests that you are either going through a test right now or will do shortly. It is a rite of passage on your path that will open a door to something better. You have the courage, the tenacity, and spiritual strength to handle any challenge. But this may be a time for meditation, negotiation, or a complete rethink. Examine everything with wisdom and act with diplomacy. Then the outcome will be better than you anticipate. When you raise your frequency above that of a difficulty, it can no longer have an impact on you. I love that. Use your creative mind to think outside the box and ask your unicorn for help and stay open to its responses. And the affirmation is there is always a solution. So I love that coming in there for you. So whatever's going on, you can raise your vibration above it, and love is always the answer. Unconditional love. Raise our vibration, and it takes care of so many things. And I love that for you, April. So hope that resonated. Many blessings for you. All right, Grace. I'm glad that you can hear well now. Now you can back up and hear the reading, hopefully clearly. So I like that. All right. Good morning, Kiki Queen. All right. We'll take a look here. All right. Thank you so much, Devansha Mishra. Very good. All right. Okay. Very good, April. Thank you. You are very welcome. All right. So, Kiki Queen, you want to know how will the court case go? Let's take a look here. Love is all you need. I love it. Hmm. Well, one card came out for you, and it's the Three of Cups. Joy and celebration. So cheers. I like that for you. Yay. Good news. Good news. So I feel it will go well. It'll be something to celebrate. So I do like that. Like that. So beautiful, beautiful. Well, a miracle has happened this evening. We have got to the bottom of the chat and all readings have been given, and right at 2 hours and 45 minutes. So thank you guys so much for all the thumbs up and the likes, all your beautiful comments, all the love that you give. Um, you just make it such a joy. I can't believe it's almost been 3 hours. It flies by, and it's thanks to you guys. So thank you so much for being here this evening. And please know that every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things. And of course, I love you guys too, of course. Now, if you weren't here at the beginning, I just want to make sure everyone knows that I did reach 1,000 or more subscribers. And so thank you guys so much. And I have a free giveaway drawing that I'm going to be drawing on this coming Sunday. And so here is the link to the video on that you can watch and see how you can enter the drawing to be one out of the 10 possibly that win the 1 hour free personal recorded reading. And then also each week, I also draw for a 30-minute free personal recorded reading, and it's all based on these energy updates. So I put out weekly energy updates on Saturday morning or Friday night at midnight, however you look at that. Um, and then all you have to do is watch one of the videos and comment, and then you'll be entered into the drawing. And if you watch more than one and you comment on more than one, each of those is also an entry into the drawing each week. So you have those as well. I'm going to be doing those for the rest of the year, which is actually only more weeks. I can't believe how fast time is going. And then also, of course, the November readings are still out here, and I will be the December readings are already going to be coming out on Friday. They wanted me to put them out early for some reason, and so we are doing it. I usually put them out like the last week, but they're like, no, do 2 weeks because there's so much going on. Probably, oh, they're saying holidays, and I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. All the holidays that are coming up all over the world, they want just to have all that stuff out early so you have time to get it all in there and understand what's coming forward. And then, of course, a ton of other videos that I put out. There's going to be a pick a card that will be coming out at midnight here in about 2 hours, too, which is what is it? This one? Oh, why is this happening to me? So I'm excited for those too. So a lot of reading. So I do appreciate all of you being here and all the love. And so I'll be back at 7 p.m. tomorrow night, Mountain Time. So until then, you guys just hang in there, take care of yourselves, have a great night, a great day, wherever you may be, and we'll see you next time. So sleep tight. Take care.